tie a game they eventually.
Slider off the outside corner, ball 2. Possible. He slashes the first pitch to left field, and it will be caught. And a fastball will catch the outside corner. It's to get a lot more out of him offensively than defensively, as he has to back away from a two-seamer. Slider off the outside corner, ball 2. And right on the corner with a slider to stand for the Blue Jays. 2-2 is off the outside corner. Didn't miss by much. High in the air to very shallow left field. In comes Pinyango for the second. These flies. One of them brought in that second run in the 10th inning last night. The attention that a lot of other top flight. Up high with a changeup. It's 2 balls in the Blue Jays in 10 of those 11 seasons. Curveball in for a strike. 2-2. A fastball again. He got him.
Last one getting up to 59 pitches.
Blue Jays did not see him last week down at the Trop as Springer fouls the first. This one back off the mound. Walls will charge and get him by a step. 1 down. In his big league career, Pinyango 12th. A line drive hitter who's done it again. Into left. Who hits a roller up the middle. They'll get the out there and turn the double play. Guerrero top 2. We gave this stat during his life. That's down to 66%. Another level right
Absolutely.
Now. Yeah. Ground ball to second, scooped up by Ernie Clement. 1 down.
A lot of, I think, quality pitches. That's ace material. That's what it is. Now it's a
deep into games, keeping the walks down. He just threw back-to-back curveballs. Didn't like rate is at an all-time high. Obviously, fly balls can hurt you more than ground ball.
Or slider and sell out on it. When you sell out on a pitch, you're probably going to catch it out front a little bit more. It's just out front. Those are ground ball pitches.
On the appeal, he went around, says Chris Siegel down at third. Palacio to third in the top of the 10th. Forced the infield in. Walls gets it to the warning track and left.
Fast.
The 1-2 from Cease. He got him. Strike 3 called. Right. Seems like spring is coming.
It's trying.
Yeah, we looked at the weather in Detroit and New York. Kaz Okamoto takes a lift. That's just high, but a challenge coming.
Call the ball.
Hard in, soft away.
It feels like the rate.
Execute. That's pitching. And I think sometimes in this game, sometimes everybody's throwing 96 and the velocities are through the roof.
Good take there. He cracked a smile and said his chin's a little sore, but other than that, Okamoto at first, 1-0 on Varsho, hitting an even 250 on the season. Fouls back come in on Varsho, and it's just in off the corner, ball 2. Play Varsho to pull on the infield as he lines it to the opposite field, but it's going to be caught by Jesus Sanchez. Up there hacking to center field, and it's down for a base hit. Mullins plays it on a bounce, and the Blue Jays have 2 men on with 49 hits. High in the air to left center. He's hit it a long way, but it is caught just shy of the wall by Mullins. For Andres Jimenez. And that's one of those, and whether it now pops one up, back of third, down the line. Caminero and Walls are there. Walls will make the catch. Fouls back a fastball, 0-1. Single into right center field in the 3rd inning. Lines this one toward the right field corner. Sanchez will run it down for out number. Hunter Fiducia, the catcher. Curveball called a strike. Tampa Bay coming in with a record of 20 Yankees. The Yankees, by the way, left elbow. Swing and a miss. Cease blows away. Ground ball down to first off the bat of Taylor Walls. Guerrero will make the play. up until a couple of weeks ago, but some injuries in the Tampa Bay rotation. That's low, and it's 2-0 on Heineman.
Jacks came, use them all, be a little bit more, we use that word, unpredictable. You have to.
And got this one off the end of the bat. Very shallow left field, and Simpson in for the first out.
697 range for those pitches right there. There you get
teammate of Louis Varland's in that Minnesota bullpen. Both guys traded at the deadline last year when the Twins made all kinds. Taken low by Springer. 2 balls and a strike. Didn't go, and it's 3-1. Hopkins there, among others. Springer draws a walk, and he did it. Here's Piñango, who had a base hit to left in the first.
The batting practice machine.
Line to first for a double. Good. And then as the pitcher, you've got to think about him and third. What a play by Okamoto. Back to his feet, and he gets him.
A lot of reaction time there.
For 1. Curveball drops in, 1-1.
Remember, as a catcher, those are the guys you don't forget, and that's what Simpson certainly reminds me of. I know how the defenders feel, and it just puts everyone on edge.
Slider in a good spot. Fastball lined hard the other way for a base hit, and that's the first base runner of the stop position. Bounced in and blocked by Heineman.
Curveball changeup.
So pitchers like looking back every.
Maybe didn't break as much as one previously.
Fastball just high. That's a pretty good take. Swings through a fastball. 2-2. In the air, left center. Shallow, dropping, and in there for a base hit. Cease lets it go. Lets Clement make the play, and they turn 2.
Yeah, you have to have a little fun in this game. It'll drive you abs. Feels more than anything that he's letting his team down.
Takes a couple of fastballs up, and it's 2-0. Which, by the way, is not the longest career 20 right now. He'll take it low, ball 4. But let me ask you this.
Fastball and catch a fastball over the pitches. Does it mean he'll never chase a slider? No. But he'll be on some fastballs. And that's the first one.
John Schneider said yesterday that he feels part of the issue is that. And a roller out to second. Walls across the bag and on to first, and that's the 3rd double play the Blue Jays have hit into already. Lined out to left in the second.
This guy, for me,
makes you think a little bit about Spencer Miles. The Blue Jays will have a spot because Miles has been so good. That is just low, and then Gausman Sunday in Detroit.
Lots of. He was just following orders.
And I don't know if John Schneider's wording means anything or nothing.
Go 3 again, or maybe a 4th. All depends how he does.
Challenge coming. First the appeal. And good contact from Sanchez, his 2nd hit of the night. And he chased a sweeper. Well positioned. Popped up back of the plate, and it'll get out of play. It's 0-2. And Jax gets him to chase. Went back to the starts, throwing strikes, mixing his pitches, and getting some quicker out.
Slider.
Changeup finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Bounces in a curve for ball 1 to Jake. He got it. Ran the 2-seamer back. Ontario. Another changeup. Man, another one. And it's 0-2, and if tripled up on a changeup.
That surprised me a little bit, but
quadruple
fastball and your other pitches.
Trying to run that two-seamer. Richie Palacios. Got him. In his one at bat. You can see how efficient Cease has been in
The zone.
That hit him? No, I don't think so. It's ball. Chop foul. Wouldn't be shocking at all to see. Cease steps off and they got him in a rundown. Guerrero to Clement. And Clement will run him down, tag him out. And Jimenez with a career night. Jack's out in front of him, 0-2 as lays, so 4 men left on by the Blue Jays so far. Watches it hit the dirt for ball 1. Pulled to the right side and through for a base hit.
Early today, Bundy, weren't they?
Peeping in Caminero, Heineman squares, and he gets it down to first. They will get him, but the sacrifice will move Jimenez to. Fouled it off, 0-1.
There's that, but you have to execute the pitches.
Oh, he left a breaking ball up in the zone there. Springer's. He looked like he checked it. No appeal. And the 1-2 and taken low by Springer. It's a 90-mile-an-hour.
Well, he's maintaining it pretty well.
That's good stuff. Up and away, and it's full. For the shortstop Walls, and that will be the second out. Ball in the air a ton. You may have heard Caleb Joe
Just evolve.
Didn't go, and it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 from Jacks. In there for called strike 2. Bounced back towards the mound. Jacks will make the play. Pinyango double play ball to get out of that. And then he starts just low, and it's a bounces in a breaking ball. Ball 2. Fouled off. 2-2. Just tapped foul. Got him again with the front hip too. First in his one at bat. You know, 1 year word. Pete Walker, Sam Green, Graham Johnson, John Schneider. That Cease was very open-minded, as complete of a pitcher as he can be.
There are so many. It's a special play.
He gets another one. Gets Wall swinging. 0 for 2. Although he's hit the ball pretty well both times. Down the line. Stop me if you've heard this before.
Tyler wants this one in the dirt.
He got it in the dirt.
The guy at the plate.
Missed way inside and almost hit him. And now high.
Pitcher catcher.
Inside, and it's full. Ooh. The appeal did not go, and it's not. Simpson not going, and it's grounded out to short. Jimenez to Clement to team that is really going through it like the Blue Jays are right now. Ooh. A big cut, a walk. And a biggie out in front of him, 0-2. Fouled off. The Blue Jays have actually, even though they've lost the 2 games in the series in recent weeks. That's Guerrero yelling no as he takes it outside. Another foul back. And reaches for it and somehow managed to line to center field, but it's going to be caught by Mullins for the first. Lays off and takes it low for ball one. Okamoto was out today taking ground balls at first. Always want to keep a guy in the mix at another position. We have seen Lenine up high, and it's 2-2.
I was thinking before this at bat, this is the time.
There's the fastball, and it's in the air to shallow center. Another opportunity for Mullins, and out number 2.
How are you doing it? How are you doing this? He said pitching, but how you? What else?
Fastball swung on and missed. 1-1 on Dalton. This is high in the air to left, fairly deep, but it is playable shy of the track for Simpson. Counts. And a very manageable pitch count heading into the 7th.
He spun the ball really well, like that. The curveball and the slider.
And Heineman is saying, and that's a leadoff walk. That's just low for ball one. You can see Heineman nodding. He lied. Now you can see on the infield. Popped him up. Guerrero will make the catch. That's a nothing like the first pitch strike
to get to with all of his pitches.
A little bit in. Inside, ball 2. 2-2. Now full.
He's gotten it with a slider and a.
One out and a full count on Fraley. The runner is going. The throw down. They appealed, but there's no swing, so it's ball 4. So don't worry about what happened. 0 for 2 on a couple of strikeouts. No, says Las Diaz. The Baker pitch upstairs, 3-2. Which there they go, and it's inside, ball 4 to load him up again. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Nice.
Yep, got a cutter too.
There it is, change up.
Outside though, and it's 2. Lifted it to shallow right field. Fraley makes the catch, and on the outside edge, it's 0-1.
Up there again.
You can see he tried to bring that one back. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Strike 3 called. Oh, and out.
Still got one left.
Now a pop-up in foul territory. Okamoto cannot quite get there. Outside of the knees, a ball and a strike. Ooh, smoked up the middle. What a stop! Jimenez to first, but not in time. Shows bunt and takes the strike. And it's outside. Outside again, ball 2. Up, it's foul. Does Okamoto have room? He tried. 2-2 the count. Runner staying put, and it's down and away, ball 3. The runner going, but it's ball 4. Ground ball towards short. To second, they'll get 1. Good job. Simpson hitting over 300 on the season. The 0-1. Popped it up. Okamoto says he's got it. And he does. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1 as he swings it. Back out of play. 0-2. Following the Blue Jays, you're like, yeah, I want that guy to get up, right?
Absolutely.
I want that guy up in a big. Good take on the change, and it's 2-2. Binding to keep the Rays off the scoreboard, top 9. Popped him up, shallow left. Simpson calls off Williamson and makes the catch for the. That's ball one. You're maybe a little bit concerned. One and two. Ulcer sets and bounces it in. It's 2-2. First time this season. Stays alive. Big swing and a foul back. You saw Fluharty relaxed. He's obvious. And he fouls off another fastball. Good at bat here by Val. Strike three called. He's challenging at pitch number 10. High in the air to right field. But playable. Fraley shy of the track will make the catch. 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Line drive center field, but caught by Mullins. Williamson looks at a strike. Up the middle, it's a base hit for Williamson, and Simpson will easily come in to score the go-ahead run. With 2 with a couple of walks. Williamson running. The throw from Valenzuela. Not in time. Stolen base for Ben Williams. Exit velocity in the majors. Dead last, but they are a good offensive team. Shallow fly ball to left. Pinianga. Just inside at the knees for ball one. Slider misses outside. 2-0. Brooks to work the bottom half. He was just called up from AAA on Saturday. At the knees for a strike, and the 2-2. Shot weakly up the third baseline. It goes foul. Again, the 2-2 runs it in on him with a fastball. Didn't miss him by much. Steps up. Now the 3-2. No, not. Runner not going. And it's lined and over the head of Clement into center. Another base hit and another run for the Rays. Grounded weakly toward short. It's a second one. And no chance to turn 2. He went. There goes. Pitch is taken for a ball. Throw down is not in time. Another stolen base. Now to play left side. 1-2. That's high. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. A chopper back to the mound. Hoffman has it and throws him out to retire the side. Pops it up in foul territory. Whoa, and it's caught by the catcher. Takes it inside for ball one. That's high, and it's 2-0. You can see Brooks not even looking at it. Springer at second. Ball 4. First. And the pitch. Ball 1. The 1-0. A challenge from Fiducia. Ooh, did he have a pitch and did he have a cut? Down and in, ball 3.
It's got to come to you twice.
He went around, says Erst. And the 3-2 pitch. Low.